years old boy. And then I always told her, this is your kid. And whatever you want him to be from now, since he's 5, he's always looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do, he's thinking that's the right thing to do. So if you want him to be a pilot, you better start it now. Buy some planes, put it in the house, watch some pilot documentaries about planes, aviation, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to learn. That's what he's going to see, and that's you leading him.
Mm-hmm.
But if anytime he's seeing that you're drinking, you're smoking, tomorrow you go to work, you want to get money to pay your bills, after the bills, you're smoking your weed, you're drinking. That's what he's going to do, smoking, drinking, and trying to get some jobs. And if he sees that he can make money out of weed on the street, he's going to make it and get into the drugs and do those scary things. And that's it. You can't raise him that way. Because he needs to watch and know where he's going. If you smoke, hide him that you're smoking. Hide him that you're drinking. But show him what's good, what's positive, what's leading him to be successful. You know what I mean? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I don't agree, but I hear you.
Yeah, you're not agreeing because I know you're not going to be agreeing because it's the US, and you want to see it in a different way. You want to be free, like he got to make decision of his life.
That's
but
right.
He's young. But he's 5 years old. He can't make any decision. If he get to 18s, that way he can make a decision. But if you get to 18s and think that what you have seen is the right things to do, so that way nobody can change. Let's say, hey, this is not the way you used to do it. So now you got to do it this way. And that way there's going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big fight because you're going to say, my mom never told me that. My dad never told me that. And who are to told me that? What the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing.
I don't know. I just know it. I just know that for myself, before I had kids, I thought many things. But just like you're saying, if you show a kid this, if you show a kid that, they will obey you. Some won't. Some will run away. But when they become an adult, they make their own choices. They make their own decisions.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying is the own choices they're making and the own decision they're making, it's based on what they have been raised. Not every time.
Okay, because I was thinking, I'm like,
not every time, to be honest, not every time, but like, if it's about percentage, let's say the 70% of those, they're gonna just take things the way they've been seeing. The 30%, let's say, might take it the other way. But most of the time, because they say a tree, you cannot fix a tree when it's like, if you want to fix a tree, you gotta fix it when it was like just from the scene.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can bend it the way you want.
I know, but it still won't change the kind of tree it is.
Yeah, the kind of tree is but it can be a straight tree instead of being a bent tree. If you want it to be straight, make it straight, and it's gonna be straight.
I know.
Sure. If you want it to be bent, you just leave it the way it grows, and you leave it, you wash it, and it's gonna grow its own way.
Right.
It can be straight, it can be bent, it can be whatever.
Right, but here's the situation. Some people have not given birth to a tree; they've given birth to a weed.
The weed.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying to raise skunk weed to be an oak tree. It can't do it. It's skunk weed or it's tumbleweed. It can only be what it is. It can only be what it is.
But We gotta learn a lot in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to critique ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And in a really positive and honest way.
Mm-hmm.
I can critique myself, even if I'm not saying it louder. But when I'm alone in my room or somewhere, I can say, this is good on me.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good on me. Why I did this? I should have done it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that to myself.
Right.
And I'm going to hide, and I don't want someone else to hear that because it's me. That's my secret.
Mm-hmm.
And based on my secret, that's going to be my experience too. Because that's, all you've been through is going to be your life experience.
Mm-hmm.
And from your life experience, if you're saying that I did wrong in this time, my life, and you agree with it, don't let someone else do it. Try to fix it in someone else. I just look at my dad. He got knowledge, everything, but he's not proud of himself because he was thinking he should have gone far. He would have gone far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he got his family. He's like, yeah. The point I was thinking that I'm gonna let my family to be there. My kids, they're gonna be there. So go to school, study. I want you guys to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever not on that perspective is gonna be mad at you. But at the end of the day, you're like, wow, that's what my dad wanted me to be.
Mm-hmm.
I have my old brother, the first one, the oldest. He's a doctor. He's a doctor, and he went to at the university learning, studying to be a doctor. And my dad was like, I don't want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a scientist. I want you to be more than a doctor. I want you to be,
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, he's a doctor. And whenever you say, my elder brother, he's a doctor, he's our eldest brother, they say, wow, so what's next him? Because after the parents, that's the reference. We're looking at him. And then whoever look at him, even if you take another way, but you're going to come back closer to him because you're like, I got to follow his step.
Mm-hmm.
I have my other brother, he was smoking, drinking, whatever. But at the end of the day, he ended up being something. He's a computer guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's good at it. I have another brother. I have 9 siblings. And I have a sister, and before my sisters, the old brothers that I have, it's just one brother, and then all after me is sister. And then, so my first reference was my old brother.
Mm-hmm.
He was smoking a lot of weed, smoking. He was doing a cyclist, bicycle racing, and I was thinking that's gonna be my next sport, to be a bicycle guy.
Mm-hmm.
After he stopped because he was smoking a lot, smoking, and after he became lazy on his life. So in one part in my life, I supposed to be raised by him because I was closer to him as a man. But after he just stopped his life by doing nothing, just smoking, hanging with wrong people.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like depression.
Yeah, and then I stopped also. I'm like, okay, so who am I going to follow then? Because I couldn't follow him because I know where he's going is not the right place to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped. I turn around, I have my sisters. I look beyond him, I have other sister and other 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't deal with them because they're too old and they don't even think about it. My other sisters, I gotta protect them. That was my feeling. I'm a man, I gotta protect my other sisters. And then I have young brothers. And my young brothers, they're gonna look at me as a young old man. They're gonna look at whatever I do. I'm gonna be the reference for them. So I was in the big dilemma. Like, okay. And there's my dad on the side. he's working, he's trying to correct me, do this. But I can't follow my dad because I'm like, he's too old, he doesn't understand where I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up on the street, and through my friends, I'm building my character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking some good things, some bad things. And whenever I can do some bad things, but I'm like, no, this is not the right person to be. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew. Even if I'm hanging out with him, but I knew we're not the same person. We don't have the same mentality. And I was like, so that's why I have different friends. Any
Right.
kind of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have any kind of friends. I'm like that. Since I get into the film industry, I'm like, okay. That's why I was dealing with all those things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that's why I'm saying, I know my son gonna be in like 90% what I want him to be. And then after you said what Allah decide would be his destiny. But I will do my best to lead him on where I want him to go.
Mm-hmm.
Where I want him to go. And we got everything to do it. Spend time with them, bring them where that it's not gonna be easy as a mom if I say that, but my friend I told you,
Mm-hmm.
we just friends. We just friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what she's dealing with because she's been smoking, doing whatever, but now she just smoked and sometimes having her beer, which is cool. And she got her kid. When you ask about the dad, he's like, the dad is not on the picture anymore. I'm like, okay. But your life, it's your kid now. Because if you said Michael Jordan, his dad need nothing. His dad he passed away. His mom need nothing by the time he was doing a superstar at Chicago because he got a good education, he got to the university, he's a basketball player, he's rich now. Mm-hmm. So if he asks the Jordan's dad, what's your job? He can say, I'm Michael Jordan's dad. That's my job. Because he got everything he needs, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I'm saying whatever was your dream and you can't reach it, God give you the opportunity to make it happen.
Right. Well, I tell you, it's kind of in line with what I was going to do for my channel originally. So chapter 5, making the most of your opportunities. And it starts with 5 questions. Have you thought about a dream job that could uniquely suit your skills and passions? The next one is, do you have a plan for achieving this dream? Do senior people in your organization know what you're doing and what you want? So that's getting a mentor. If you let them know what it is that you're doing and what it is that you want, then they can see if there's something that they know that can help you or it's a way that they can support you. Do you focus your time and energy on the 3 most important drivers of high performance in your current job? And are you in a marathon or a sprint? So are you thinking short term or long term?
You mean me?
That's just a question that's for chapter 5. Yeah, just the 5 things that it kind of focuses your mindset before going into the chapter. So I really like it myself. And then good versus great, that's chapter 6. Character and leadership. Do you work to figure out what you believe, or do you have the courage to act on your current beliefs? Do you act like an owner in your job? Do you play the game with some degree of abandon? Do you clearly know your values and ethical boundaries? Mm-hmm. There's some people that I know, and this is again black guys. They get jobs, and their coworkers want them to score drugs for them. That's the reason why they have the job, not to do the job, but to actually get drugs for their coworkers. And then some black American females, they get hired for the job simply because the boss wants them to date their friends. Has nothing to do with the actual role of the job at work, but they were hired to date the boss's friends. And it's something that, like, a lot of the young people are complaining to me about, that when they have this situation, and I'm saying to them that information is good information. At least you know that this is the reason why this person hired you, and you need to be sending out your resume and interviewing to get out of that job, or just quit and find another job, because what this person is doing is ethically wrong. And when the police are called in on that, who's the criminal? You are. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying, sell me dope. And nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying, you have to sleep with this person and that person and the other person to keep your job. You have a decision to make. You have a choice to make. And your credibility is everything. Once you have ruined your reputation, because they're going to tell other people that this is what you did on the job. They share that information.
I really, if I have a chance to just meet people who can listen to me and then just follow what I'm trying to advise them, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's my life, and that's where how I've been racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that you have some very good ideals. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that you're not in a relationship, and that the friend that you have, she has a little boy, and I feel like that's not for you.
That's not for me. That's what you mean.
No, I think that you need a wife who is a good Muslim, and
not really Muslim. I just need a good person.
Yeah, I think you need a good Muslim. I'm just saying what I think, because I'm considerably older than you, and you can listen or not listen.
No, I'm listening. Yeah, sure.
So I just think that because that is your faith, that you need to have one who is of the same faith as you.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that that's the foundation, because, like I said, everything, life and death, the beginning and the end, is your faith. So.
Yeah.
And then you two build your life together.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then like my Facebook page and check out the chapters and get this book, What You're Really Meant to Do. A roadmap for reaching your unique potential. And I give, life lessons that I've learned, different experiences in the video, so that you can also have that,
Okay.
Okay, as a resource.
Were you recording?